Welcome to Blue Collar Crypto with Tim Trozian and Jim Bannon. My name is Sue Roscoff. I am with the World of Ability Podcast Network, and we are always so happy to have this show on Sundays at 4 o'clock and 5:30 Central. It's showtime, and the one and only Jim Bannon is joining us here today. Jim, how are you?
Top of the world, despite the fact it's 96 degrees.
Oh boy. It's only by 90 by us right now, so you got me beat. And I know Tim Trozian's typically joining us on Sundays as well, but he will not be with us here today, at least for this episode. So we are carrying on without him. We are totally carrying the torch. But Jim, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you.
Thank you, Sue. This is part of the World of Ability podcast, something that the world really needs. And I want to compliment Sue and Kurt for just being so diligent and packing their calendars with goodness. So if we would all remember hashtag kindness matters and hashtag we serve, this will be a better world to live in. So I'll give you a little background in crypto, seeing as how I own 75,000 shares of a cryptocurrency company out of Vancouver, British Columbia. And I'm on the Web3 side. I am not on the Web2 side, but they're pretty phenomenal. Web2 is Lycos Studios, Lykos Studios. They're a full-blown television production software development company that is one of 5 in the world that have a license to write software for PlayStation and Xbox. Now, I'm only on the Web3 side, which is where the crypto resides, and NFT. And everybody laughs at me because I do not have a wallet. I'm one of 3 partners. I don't have a wallet. Also, I don't own an NFT. So why the hell am I in a crypto company? Because I'm a visionary. I run 5 world-class companies and I see the future. I'm not, a mystic or anything like that. It's just I have enough background that in computers and programming and running businesses and charities and all of that, when I see a trend, to me, it's very clear. And it takes, I don't know, 5 to 10 years for the rest of the world to catch up. So we're going to focus on crypto being safe because I think a bunch of people are not participating because they don't understand. And unfortunately, I have 2 questions for God when I go up to the pearly gates. One is, why did you take my daughter at 38? And 2 is, if you created us in your image and likeness, and I believe that, why did you create the one defect that when a human being doesn't understand something, instead of using their ears and their eyes like they did when they had a passion for a yearning for learning, when we're all about 5 years old, as we got older, we developed a tremendous bad habit, and that is going to negative when we don't understand something. This world would be a whole lot better if people say, hey, I don't understand that. Let me listen more clearly. Let me watch a little closely. Let me use the internet in research. Let me go take classes. Let me surround myself with experts. And then all the fear goes away and the joy of what God created us for comes surging in. So that's why I bought a metaverse company in the middle of a demo. Yeah, in the middle of a demo, I bought the company. We call it the 3 Musketeers, Beverly Zemet, Dr. John Colaris, and myself. And I'll put a link in here so that you can watch it. And that was one of the legs of my stool. The other leg is I knew we had to take the offline world, print and T-shirts and magazines and caps and signs and all those things in the real world and use it as a ticket to get people up into the information highway, up into cyberspace, up into Web3. And once you get them up there, then we can create a perfect world. God's children doing what he told us to do, love each other, help each other, and love him. The rules are not hard. So yes, if you want to get deeply involved in crypto, just join Twitter, now called X, and don't join all the amateurs, join the professionals, and that's Twitter Spaces or X Spaces. And that's where you're going to find all the power, all the governors, all the CEOs of business, all of the most powerful people on earth. And they knew me quite well under @ QR done right, because I'm the world's expert in QR code technology. 1.3 billion Chinese use my technology instead of cash, and crypto will become the currency of the future. You know, we don't have any gold in Fort Knox anymore. That was there when I was 21 because I programmed the Army Automated Commissary System at Fort Knox. But today, So you think that you're so safe with a dollar bill? There's nothing behind it but the faith in the government. And the government is doing everything they can to take faith away from them. Cryptocurrency is so important that Chase Bank buys cryptocurrency. The Federal Reserve buys cryptocurrency. Everybody buys cryptocurrency, but if you don't, that's because you're not educated yet. And that's okay. When we were 5, we weren't educated either, but we had this passion for learning, and anybody could teach us anything and make us little geniuses. So I'm telling you that if you go up to X Spaces and you just sit there in the audience and listen, you will get a master's degree in cryptocurrency. And yes, my company is called World of Tings. Yeah, intentionally misspelled, TINGS. World of Tings Entertainment Incorporated. And we are one of the very most well-known crypto companies and NFT companies up there. We have a whole character set of NFT, and my other 2 partners know what they're doing. I don't, but I know how to run business. I know how to bring people together, and that's why they wanted me on board. Now, the other thing, we've got Helene here, and I want her to talk about her Las Vegas event a little bit, because I was involved in NFT Detroit because of my background in crypto and NFT, and I drove traffic in the real world and on the internet for 3 days. They saw more traffic, more results than they've ever seen in any event in history. And I wasn't even able to have enough lead time to physically produce the magic cube, which would have exploded at about 10x to 50x. And I've got enough time to work with Helene and we can blow up Las Vegas. But I'm going to take a little side trip because there's another area that my passion and my yearning for learning has really ignited. Kurt and Sue and Brian Gibson have created one of the greatest things in America, and that's called Project DieHard. And it's sad when you think about all of our selfishness. It's all about me, 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 me. How much money can I make? How many likes can I make? What's about me? I don't care about you. I just care about me. Well, the problem is we had tons of Army, Air Force, Marines, space, all of them putting their lives on the line to protect our freedom. And then when it was all over, 137 of them committed suicide because they didn't think anybody cared. Well, I care, and we care, and Project DieHard cares. So I'm going to tell you how we are going to explode Project DieHard. And then I'm going to let Helene make some comments about Vegas. And I will explain to you how she and I are going to explode Vegas. So let's start with Project DieHard. The Project DieHard website is ROI for return on investment, track, which is TRAC without the K, .com. And if you mistype it, you'll end up at my link tree. So ROITRAC.com. And if you put a /, just like bit.ly, I am a URL shortener. And therefore, everything I build only has 5 characters. It is not case sensitive. It is a mixture of numbers and characters. And Project DieHard is 2 Delta Echo Tango Foxtrot. So that is the numeral 2 DEFT. So the whole thing is ROITRAC.com/2 DETF. Wait a minute. DETF. Yes. Delta Echo Tango Foxtrot. Now, if you'll send me an email, and the easiest one to remember is Jim Bannon 306@gmail.com, and tell me that you want to be part of eliminating veteran suicide, and you're willing to invest $60 toward that cause. I've invested a lot more than that because everything I did was for free. Then within 12 hours, I'll have 1,000 tickets. 1,000 tickets for you to hand out to save these lives. I'll explain it more in a minute. 1,000 tickets for $60. Just drop me an email, Jim Bannon 306@gmail.com. Now that ticket I normally sell for $79. It's called a call to action symbol. It only took 15 years to develop. 1.3 billion Chinese use my technology instead of cash. And I have the only license from Toyota, who created this technology in 1994. 1.3 billion Chinese use it instead of cash. They never had credit cards. So that was the first crypto. Now I'm involved in the second crypto, but I continue to be involved in the first one. And I hold the only license in all of North America from Toyota, who invented the technology. So you get a $79 ticket for free. You get your business card, if you'll send me a vector graphic file, printed on the other side, and 1,000 of them will be at your local Staples waiting for you. And when you get there, this is the first time you pay only $60. Now you are armed with a ticket. So you go out and you put them in every barber shop and salon and restaurant and bar and church. Everywhere in the world that you go, you hand them out like they're candy. And when somebody scans that QR code on that ticket, bingo, they're brought to Project DieHard, the movie site that I built for free. I normally sell it for $149 and $30 a month, but that's my giving back to save these hundreds of thousands of veterans who are committing suicide because they think we don't love them. And then you'll get the technology that Google would jump up and down because they'll also steal it. It's worth hundreds of thousands to Google. It's worth tens of thousands to politicians, and it's worth thousands to small businesses and charity, and I charge zero. The same thing that Google charges for Chrome, zero. And that's the ROI track report. So everybody who scans your ticket, I know everything about them, where they were standing within 9 feet, what the time of day was, where they're physically located, what campaign they were running, where they came from, everything except their shoe size. And you get all that data for free. Now, can you think of what that'll do to your own business? Yeah, if you're got a yearning for learning, you're probably drooling all over your chest. But let's make it simple. It's 3 products. It's a ticket. It's a movie's website, which is a landing page, and it's an analytics report, and we will save veterans' lives. Call me, email me, commit to $60 when you pick up the tickets at Staples, and let's explode Project DieHard. Now, Helene, I think you can see how this will blow up your Las Vegas event. Would you tell me a little bit about your Las Vegas event? Why everybody in the world wants to be there? Why everybody wants to buy a Project DieHard ticket and donate $60 by paying Staples? Why do they want to do that?
Wow. Jim, you're amazing. This is, we're all about helping community, but veterans, suicide, nonprofits, what you have going on right now is, I would like to hear more about it again. You know what I mean? It's just comprehension of the power of that $60 of what it can do. What am I doing in Vegas? Well, first of all, I was born in Chicago and now I'm here.
Hooray! Go Bears, go Cubs.
Yeah, right. And when I was in Chicago, I used to be, I was totally in a different realm. I helped people all the time, my whole life. I've always been helping people, but I did different. I was an interior designer. I helped people with their homes. I wanted to make sure people were happy. I was a matchmaker. I brought people together. I created relationships. And then I moved to Vegas. And Vegas opened up my eyes to so many different things. I mean, not that we didn't have homelessness in Chicago, but in Las Vegas and Nevada, I have never seen so many people that are homeless like there are here. And my heart went out to that. And a lot of homeless people are veterans. And then I just started becoming more involved in community, doing volunteer. I've been helping, serving homeless people, food banks and stuff. So I have to tell you that there's such a need to be part of community. And giving is a very important thing. And it doesn't take much if everybody gives a little of the impact it could do. So I'm a networking queen. I love going to networking events. I love meeting new people. And actually, I met Kurt at a networking event. Actually, I saw him speak. And I was so impressed the fact that he helps people with disabilities, water ski, and so many, all pretty much, because I'm also part of helping veterans. I help veterans with NAV USA, and we have a special program for business owners to help with their employees with benefits. And that's a whole nother story, and that's a whole nother discussion. I don't want to talk about it now. But I have to tell you, their mission also, suicide, veteran suicide is huge. And a lot of veterans, thank you for serving. They come into civilian life and they don't know, it's hard for them to transition. So the fact that they're having hard time transitioning, the VA does not offer the type of services for mental wellness that is needed. So there are different organizations that are there to support the veterans. I did not realize of so many people. I mean, I know there's many people that have disabilities, wheelchairs, born with certain diseases. They can't help that they have these disabilities, but they want to be seen. They want to be acknowledged. So it's truly all about people, educating people to treating people in a different type of way. And that's what I like to do. And that's my cause. So I met somebody special that is the founder of Nonprofit TV and on the Mark TV, Mark Balin, phenomenal
Hooray
guy.
for Mark Balin.
Yes,
He
Mark
is a
Balin.
he lives
And
here with me in Phoenix. Can you
oh,
imagine two of us in one city? The country's
oh.
not big enough to put up with us.
So when Mark met me, and he and Dr. Anthony Scardelli, and they know that I'm a networker and I have my personality and I'm not shy. They just, we want someone that we are expanding nonprofit TV to Las Vegas. Would you like to work with us? Oh my God, my dream come true. Yes, yes, yes. Because what is nonprofit TV? It's the voice for nonprofits to be heard. It's a way for businesses to promote and be on TV. And they actually will promote cause marketing. We don't advertise, it's cause marketing to help the nonprofits be heard. And then we have all these wonderful places that have waiting rooms, restaurants, local venues that have one TV that's going to make a huge impact for the venue, for the business, and it's just going to be a threefold. I call it a trifecta connection. Business owners connecting with businesses, connecting with nonprofits, and I am that voice. So Mark Balin decided, he was talking, he always teases my accent. Oh, Helene, you're from Chicago, and I'm a Jewish lady, and I'm this and that. So he says, you're a Bubba. I go, Bubba? Yeah, I am a Bubby. Well, now, guess what we're doing? We are creating the Bubby Show. And what is Bubby? I'm all about creating kindness, awareness, happiness, people of all faiths coming together, sharing their stories. People, veterans sharing their experiences. People come, and that's who I am. I'm going to bring it all together, going to different places, helping restaurants be seen. I am going to be that Bubby that's connecting, making fun, having fun, making people smile. One smile doesn't cost you anything, right? Does it cost anything to smile? And the impact that one smile, just by going into a store and saying hi, smiling, you don't know what that smile or introduction could create. Because I have to tell you, because of me not being shy and me not talking and doing, got me to meet Kurt, got me to meet Mark, you, and after seeing your mission, I cannot wait that Bubby does Vegas and brings everybody together. So that's my story.
Well, what a wonderful story of generosity it is. Now, back when I was in Chicago, I was the best known unemployed guy there, and I have the receipts to prove it. I lost my job in a $4 billion merger. So I ran 8 Yahoo groups with the Barrington Career Center, and we had 4,200 clients. And one of those clients was the chairman of United Airlines. The other one was the head of quality control for Motorola. The other was a kid who invented OnStar. And then there was a guy named Michael Brankin. And we were networking together, and I listened to him, and I listened very well. That's why God gave us 2 ears against only 1 mouth, 2 eyes against 1 mouth, because we're supposed to spend 4 times as much listening and learning and watching as talking. Because when I talk, I don't learn anything. So Brankin was talking, and I thought, this guy is a genius. He'd walk into a waiting room in a tire place, and he'd say, what do your people do? And they're just sitting here waiting. Well, they read magazines or whatever. He said, how would you like a 72-inch TV right there in the corner? Free. And I thought, oh, my God, this guy's a genius. That's the easiest sales pitch in the world. Right. Now, I'm a video producer, and I'm a QR code expert. So when I take my videos and I put a call to action symbol inside them, and I put a video on his TV, guess what? We take those people in the waiting room, and we take them from the offline world, the magazine they were reading, the TV they were watching, and we bring them right up to the cloud, to the cybersecurity.
You know, Jim,
cyberspace. And we do better than anybody on earth. Now, I hadn't seen him in 15 years. And when Paul was my chairman and I had unlimited money, we were going to buy a TV network with 1,100 locations. And I was in 3 of them. And I spent $499 as an advertiser. And we were going to buy the whole network. Then I'm talking to one of Mark Balin's people, not his people, but in Arizona, and this guy's got 2,000 of them. And now you tell me Mark's in it. I am all in with both feet. And I have the Arizona Courier magazine that he was going to be my executive director. So we can run print ads that drive traffic to the TV station, that drive traffic to the cyberspace, and we got them.
So I'm excited about this because for our hosting venues, they're going to be able to receive family-friendly content featuring local news and weather, community stories, nonprofit stories. Nonprofit, they get the free airtime, asking for, telling their why, showing their events, getting volunteers, and inspiring programming that's going to create a better experience for visitors. And guess what? These hosting venues, it's free to them because they're hosting. So it's a win-win situation for them. And for our cause marketing businesses, they're going to be seen in all many different venues all over the area. I mean, we're just the minimum is 100 venues, but we're going to
Now,
be all over.
you did say free, right?
Yes, I did.
How do you calculate return on investment for free? Because
Because it's going to,
what I remembered, whenever you divide a number by 0, you get infinity. So see this how you're giving it free, and I'm providing the ROI track report that shows them their return on investment if they had paid for it, right? Because I'm the guy paying for it. I paid $499.
okay, the
Now,
sponsors are going to be paying for that's called
yes,
cause
but what
marketing.
I'm telling you is that they never knew what the return was on their investment because there was no way to track it.
Oh, they don't
Now
have
I'm giving
tracker.
you the tracking tool.
Yes, you are. So well, that's
So they
right.
can measure what their
Mhm.
investment is in your TV network
Right.
compared to a Facebook ad or a Google ad or a magazine ad. And you're going to blow their socks off because they're not used to seeing the data to make informed management decisions. And what do I charge for that tool? 0. The same thing that Google charges for Chrome.
I have to introduce you to somebody that is kind of have something similar, but it's different. That I think you guys could collaborate together because that's what I do. I
I
bring
am
people
all about
together.
collaboration. I'm not about competition.
I agree with you 150%.
Just like this water ski team that's almost the best in the world up in Milwaukee. And I also know the water ski team that is the best in the world in Wonder Lake. That was a shot over the bow, by the way, Helene.
So, yeah. But anyway, Shim, thank you for what you're doing. And, I can't wait to introduce nonprofits to new supporters. There's so many nonprofits that we don't even know about. Okay. And then I'm looking forward to introducing businesses to meaningful community partnerships because that's what it's about. Community partnerships.
And what is your title?
I am the Community Partnership Director of
I think
Nonprofit
that's a
TV.
good title.
Yeah, right. And then I'm excited about the venue to getting valuable programming. And then we have all our viewers that are going to be viewing organizations that can change their lives.
Now,
So this
can
is
you
a
help us
win-win
win the slot
situation.
machines in Vegas?
Pardon me?
Can you help us
Oh,
win at
talking
the
about
slot
slot
machines in
machines, guess
Vegas?
what I want to do? Maybe I shouldn't say. You know, there are some really big players, huge players. Why wouldn't they want to be instead of, and they put some big money in the slots. I mean, I could name some of these big players. Why wouldn't they want to be supporting one of the nonprofit, being one of
All
our
it takes is
sponsors?
$60 for a box of tickets. 60
Okay.
bucks. That pays off a lot better than a slot machine.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. So what you're saying right now, for them to get the $60 ticket, they need to go to https://ROITRAC.com/2DETF.
Yeah, to clarify, the ticket is going to bring them to that landing page. The way they get the ticket is they drop me an email at jimbannon306 at gmail.com, and they say they want 1,000 tickets at their local Staples store. That's what they
Okay,
do.
so they have to
Simple
go to
email.
Staples to get the ticket then.
They go to Staples to get the tickets, but I got to know ahead of time so that I have them printed and waiting for them. And I charge nothing for that service, zero. It's free. It's from the kindness of my heart. And they pay $60 when they pick up their tickets.
I have a question to ask you, Jim. You know how people could be, they'll say they're going to pick it up and then they don't. Have you had it where people have said they're going to go to the Staples and not show up?
No, I've actually not. And I
Okay,
am probably Staples' biggest customer. So that's
okay,
not been a problem. Remember,
perfect.
we're trying to save vets' lives. If you're going to be
Yes,
so selfish that you're going to cheat on a deal to save a vet's life, you deserve what the world is going to do to you.
that's right. No, I agree with you. No, that's a great message. So I love what you're doing. I love your cause. And you know what I want to do? I actually want to promote this on my Facebook page. Okay. And I'm going to and I'm going to also share it on LinkedIn. So whoever's watching this, please share it. Is there a way we could put the link out there, Sue, where people could it because right now it's showing up in our chat. Is there a way, Emily, that we could actually put a big link up there?
Yeah, I can. I'm a video producer. So here's what I can do. When this
Okay.
is done and it's put up on YouTube, I will pull it down off of YouTube. I will edit it and I'll lay all the overlays on top of it. And voila, this show
Wow.
will be the best commercial you've ever seen in your life.
Perfect.
And then
Let's get it.
everybody in the world can link to this show.
Okay, let's do that. And now, can you repeat one more time? They're going to get 1,000 tickets, correct?
Yes, it's going to have their business card on the front if they have one, if they give me a vector graphic file from their graphic artist. Otherwise, I'll talk to them about building one for them. But they give me their current business card. I print this on the back. I ordered it digitally from their Staples. They show up in 12 hours. They pay Staples $60. When the user scans that ticket, they're going to be brought directly to Project DieHard, and then Project DieHard is going to ask for the money, donations.
Wow. What a great system you've got there.
It only took 15 years, cost me and my wife of 44 years, 1.3 million, and firing 3 chairmen. That's all. It was easy.
Wow, Jim. You should be, you know what? We got to celebrate Jim Bannon. We got to celebrate you. Because I don't think people really realize the impact of what you've done until
Well, that's why I'm
they have to
suing Gila County
experience.
for $10 million.
All right, let's everybody, let's support Jim. Let's support the $60. Go to Staples. You're getting business cards from this, and you're helping Project DieHard, helping with veteran suicide. It's huge, and I
And
appreciate
it's
you.
simple. It is simple. If you got a 5th grade education, you can figure this one out.
Wow. Okay.
Love it. Well,
I love it. Love it.
and on
Love
that
it. Love it.
amazing note, I wonder if we want to go ahead and close up for now because we do have another episode coming up in just 45 minutes from now. So we will have some more great content coming your way. But this again is amazing. This is Blue Collar Crypto. We're here every Sunday at 4 o'clock and at 5:30 Central. Jim Bannon, thank you so much for all you do, for all you're doing with stepping in here with the hosting. Helene Weiner, so great to have you joining us today. I'm excited to have you on here. And you know what? Pay attention to all those amazing logos in her background. If you don't know what those are, I think you need to reach out to Helene and find out more. Actually, do you want to share some contact info? What's the best way for folks to find you?
Yeah, you know what? Let me actually I'm missing some of my logos in the background actually because I actually help people. There's a new platform that's called Pitch. And it's like Zoom on steroids, everyone. And if you have a business that you really want to showcase, I train people on how to use it. If you want to like get instant gratification, and even if you are a nonprofit and you want to help funding for your nonprofit, see me because pitch is a great way to help build your to help fund your nonprofit. So yeah, let me give you mine. I'm Helene Weiner 53 at gmail.com. And actually, I have a better one. I actually have my Helene W at nonprofitsmediasolutions.com. But Helene Weiner 53 is better right now because I have access right away. Yep. And if you want to make a meeting with me, go to calendly.com/Helene, Helene, Weiner, Weiner 53. And you'll have my Calendly link. And that's the best way. Let's get on a meeting with me, and I will give you a VIP experience because I'm the Bubby.
You're the
And I,
hoogie. Now, Emily, can you give me a copy of this chat? Because I can't do it on my cell phone. Just give me a copy of the chat so that I get all the text and just send it to Jim Bannon 306 at gmail.com, please.
Okay. Well, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. This again is Blue Collar Crypto, part of the World of Ability Podcast Network. We'll see you back here in just about 45 minutes for our second.